it's gonna be a fun one night stand up. Got it. So no, you guys look great tonight. Seriously, what a crowd! This is bigger than I expected. So thanks for coming out and supporting us. So I've been in Los Angeles 12 years now, and I dig it. I like it. I think I'm always gonna rep Chicago though. It's my hometown. It's my roots. You know, I can't forget that. And it's just a different place. But LA has these kind of extra layers of things going on. And it's just, dating in LA is no joke. We've had a lot of talk about dating. I'm going to touch on it a little bit later, but a little bit more about me. I work in IT as a project manager and recovering developer. Why is it that like the most brilliant minds in development and coding are just the absolute worst communicators? So that's just what I found, and I'm still involved. You know, I speak their language. I speak some Java, some C++. I can speak in complete monotone and hang out with these guys and get down in the weeds with them. But it feels a little bit like I'm in the Matrix or something. And I'm down with that. I'm taking all the blue and the red pills. It's great. But sometimes I just need to find my way back to the real world. And so I try to be a better communicator these days, but also a technologist. What else about me? My family is pretty much still in Chicago. It's like a vortex that brings people back. But I'm holding my own out here. They do miss me though. I get cards recently from my parents saying things like they admire my independence, and I think the subtext there was, how about some grandchildren? But fortunately my brother and sister both have me covered there. They have 4 beautiful grandchildren, and I'm pretty much off the hook, which is nice. But I don't know, I appreciate the letters and the subtext in them as well. But they're really all lovely people, and I do miss Chicago a lot. So dating in LA, let's just get right into it. It is not easy, my friends. It's like we all have the black slabs, and it has all our information. We think it has all the answers. But is anyone here on, let's say, Hinge, for example? Okay, I thought that was supposed to be one of the better ones. Yeah, here we go. Sean's on Hinge. All right, good for you, man. I was excited about Hinge. I was on there for maybe a month or two though, and it quickly became unhinged. I am a nice guy, and I think it's a success if on the first date you can prove that. You know, I might not sweep you off your feet. I might not be the man of your dreams right away, but hey, I'm not a murderer. I'm not, I'm really a helpful person as long as you stay on my good side. But this one instance, let me just tell you about my Hinge experience. So I'm on there, and I'm chatting up. I'm not really getting very far. I'm not getting a lot of dates. And one person, we just started chatting, and all of a sudden, she's already blowing me off, and she has to bring her son around and do all these errands, and I'm feeling the resistance. So, okay, I'll check back with you in a week, right? So I give it some time, and I check back in with her. But of course, in that week that's passed, she's deleted my number, and so all I get back is, who is this? Do I know you? I think you might have the wrong person. And it just took 3 words from that point for me to get kicked off Hinge permanently, and still banned for life for saying, okay, soccer mom. She won that battle, but it's just, I still shake my head about that. It's not, my white privilege has definitely run out, and it's no longer a backup strategy, and I'm the asshole because I can't, if I don't text you right back, but meanwhile I'm already deleted, so I'm already ghosting your phone anyway, so it's just harsh, it's like online dating, it just has to be one of the most fickle and harsh interfaces these days to penetrate, and good for you for trying. There's a lot of options out there. I haven't tried Raya or Field yet. But it's not okay, let's be honest, it's not just the dating apps I've gotten kicked off. And So I'm starting to see a pattern kind of develop here, and I was on this tennis app called Play Your Court until recently, and they organize tournaments. It's a good group. You kind of set your level, and they match you up with partners with the same, the same experience, the same rating in tennis, essentially. And it's, normally it's fine, but tennis is such a weird sport. Everybody is so in their head, massive egos, and that's what I experienced as a youth, and it just gets worse as an adult. So there's one particular player, let's just call him Art, and his name is Art, but I think he must be agoraphobic because he will not leave his home tennis court. He has it all, planned out, and I think other people have been, I've talked to other people, they think it's weird, but they're going to go to Art's house and play in the backyard, and that's the only place he'll play, and it's far away, too. So I'm like, well, there's a free court right by me, tons of options here in LA. I'll play anywhere, Art, except your fucking court. So, needless to say, he went behind the scenes and defaulted me in our semifinal match, and it was at the same exact moment where I just realized, it dawned on me that I could make my own art, an Art's court. And maybe even that very night, it's just too damn easy, and I have a high tolerance, but once you blow through that, once you've shown that you're a douchebag of the highest order, let's say like Art, you'll get someone like me come into your court, snooping around your house, the outside. I didn't try to do anything bad. I just brought some white spray paint, and just, the tennis court's divided into 4 quadrants, so maybe you can already guess what I did. It's just F-A-R-T, peace. I'm not going to get into the revenge stories tonight, but there's some stuff to unpack there. Let's just say when you have eggs or tofu or something that you've kind of forgot about in the back of your car, and it gets to the point where it just smells. That's just got to be deployed immediately, and I pity one ex-girlfriend in particular, but she was the worst. But anyone else, okay, so one thing I forgot to mention is I'm married. I've been married once, back in Chicago, got divorced right before I moved, and no issues there. She's a great person, and we're both happy. But it's just kind of funny, every single form I've ever filled out, and to this day, it's like, are you divorced? Are you single? And it's kind of a decision point for me, and I guess I could be gender status fluid in that way, depending on the situation. So, yeah, I've been playing that game, but I like to add a little color commentary. So if I do pick single, I write in parentheses by choice, and if it's and if I pick divorce, I put a little sad face, but it's better because I'm not in debt anymore, and no more joint bank accounts, and everything is clean and fine and better, so we're good. But it's just funny that, what else? So I have an amazing cat named Fluffers. I'm a super kitty lover, and she's the best. My whole apartment is basically transformed now into a kitty sanctuary, I call it. And the other half is synthesizers and MIDI machines and drum machines, and I make music as well. I'm a vinyl collector and DJ of about 20 years. And I got started in the right city. Chicago's a great place for it. We're home of house music, right around the corner from Detroit. And we keep it real there. So, but, I'm not as active on the playing front. I still do gigs from time to time. But I've been super lucky with that. I've gotten to travel with it. I've played all over. And these days, so I'm basically just, well into my 40s, but still raving. And I'm still going out. I go alone. I absolutely love my music family, musica familia, especially when we get together. But I can also, it can be an individual sport like tennis or app dating as well. And so I'm just out there, and it's just easier when you're in your 40s, I guess. Like, my ID is right here. Like, what else do you want? And I'm in, and then once I'm in, it's a weird environment, guys, right? Like, have you been to I don't go to nightclubs as much. I'm into these undergrounds around downtown LA mostly, but it's dark, it's loud, it's weird. I love that environment. For an ADD person like me, it's super stimulating, right? But I just, yeah, it is younger, let's say, and I just get some looks sometimes, and I just wonder what people are thinking. Like, am I looking for my lost son? Is he in the rave somewhere, and I gotta find him, make sure he's okay? Like, but I try to feel it out. I do get into the music, I dance, and I really try to enjoy it myself, and yeah, it's a great time. What can I say? But on the DJing, it's, oh, we got the red lights, so we're gonna wrap it up. We got the wrap it up box, guys. Wrap it up box. Okay, so just I'll end with this. So as a DJ, it's really just a pleasure to we're DJs are so focused on the vibe, and it's all like, the room, and basically we're scared to be on the mic. So this is kind of the other side for me, and it's really great to kind of break through that wall, and thank you all for joining me, and happy to say I'm no longer a stand-up virgin. Let's go.